is India versus Pakistan. It's the final in Dubai. It is already historic because it's the first time India-Pakistan play each other in an Asia Cup final. Lots of hype around this game. DK, India coming into this game, of course, after today's win. We've spoken about how they will kind of want to wake up after today's game, but when they go into the game on Sunday, lots of hype, lots of talk. Can they keep all that behind and they go in fresh on Sunday saying it's just another game?
I genuinely hope they do. This team is capable of that. I think the seminal moment in India's recent cricketing history was India crossing the line in that 2024 World Cup. After that, you almost felt every time they're in a big tournament, a big game, they know what it takes to win. And that's an important character trait to have. And I think this current Indian team has it. They won the 24 World Cup, then they've come back, Champions Trophy. They had to do well, ended up winning that as well. And this is another small little litmus test for them. They have the skill, there's no doubt about it. And the way they are playing, they have momentum. And most importantly, it looks like a bunch of players who are enjoying playing with each other. So I don't see any reason why India can't put up another strong performance on Sunday.
Such an extraordinary run, DK. In the 23 World Cup, you lost one game. I thought India was a standout team. One of the best ODI cricket I've seen from India for a long time. I haven't seen them play such breathtaking ODI cricket for a long time. And India have been a good ODI team for a long time. Lost one game there. Unbeaten in the T20 World Cup. Cruised through without losing a game. There's just one game that was rained out, I think, in Miami. And then went through the Champions Trophy unbeaten.
Correct.
Now they're in this tournament unbeaten. It's an extraordinary run. If they win this final against Pakistan, can you imagine the run they've had without losing a game in a format where upsets are almost expected, where you will lose, drop a game here, there, or somewhere. So if they win this, it's going to be an extraordinary run. But he makes a very valid point about knowing how to close and win games, which is where Sri Lanka fell short today.
Yes. But also, do you think they're going into the game against Pakistan the psychological advantage because we've won 2 against them this Asia Cup? The record, of course, even Surya Kumar Yadav spoke about it in the press conference, saying that it's not really a rivalry anymore if you look at just the number of wins India has over Pakistan.
They definitely have the psychological edge. But Pakistan have their underdog tag, which generally works well for them. Again, they'll play a bit like what Sri Lanka played today. They have not too much to lose. Whereas India have a lot to play for because they've played such a strong brand of cricket, they want to maintain that standard. And that will be tested because when you have a team which doesn't have too much to lose psychologically compared to what India has and the run they have had and the kind of cricket that they're playing, India will have the winner's mindset saying, we will do everything it takes to win. Pakistan will play saying, we do anything to have this one win. So it's two good teams competing against each other. But I believe that India come to the party with 70-75% of their potential. They'll again have a very strong game against Pakistan.
What did Surya Kumar Yadav say? Switch off the phone and go
to sleep.
Yes.
If India can switch off the phone and go to sleep, they will start favourites in this game. Because all that is swirling around the game is not very nice. By whichever way you look at it, however much you're invested in all that's happened in our country, for a cricket team, young men who don't understand politics, who don't understand all that's going around, for them to get carried away by what is happening around might take them away from their game. That's why I think the team that sleeps well is much calmer, that says no, is the team that will go through. Pakistan have the underdog status, but I think there's more swirling around the Pakistan team than there is swirling around the Indian team. So if they can go to sleep, that will benefit them, but that will be tougher for them.
We will expect the obvious changes in India. Bumrah coming in.
And Shivam coming
in.
I think they'll play the same.
They'll go back.
You know what their strong 11 is. Shivam and Bumrah coming in for Harshit and Arshdeep. And it's a solid 11.
For Pakistan then, like you said, there's lots more chatter around the Pakistan side, but like DK, you said, they have that underdog tag, which they suddenly seeming very charged up. They're catching everything. They're fielding very well. Things seem to have aligned for Pakistan coming towards the final.
The one thing that they have done better than India is field. I think they've definitely fielded better than India. They've held on to their catches. Can't say so much about their ground fielding, but their catching has been better. The catching percentage stats also will tell you is better. But Harsha pointed out last game that the interesting thing about Pakistan is they're a team which plays on emotions, and sometimes they tend to make many changes, which they haven't done. Mike Hesson and Salman Ali Agha almost trusted the same group of players. One tactical change here and there through the tournament, but not too many. I think they also know what their 11 is, which is the same 11 that they played the last 2 games in, and they'll come back with the same 11, Talat batting at 4, or rather 5, and then the rest to follow. And I mentioned Talat because he was a change that happened a couple of games ago. So they will stick to that. I think they had a solid game last game. They were pushed, especially with the bat. They just found a way to have a total which they can fight with, and their bowling stood up quite comfortably against a very ordinary Bangladesh team.
Harsha, changes for you for Pakistan? You think they'll go back to that playing 11 that they had against India?
I'm almost certain they will. I'm almost certain they'll go back to the team that played that last game. I don't see Hassan Nawaz or Khushdil Shah. I don't see any of the names in white getting a game. They'll go back to the team that has done so well for them. And they'll hope that Fahim Ashraf gives those overs in the power play that will allow them to have Haris Rauf, because I don't think he's the best power play bowler. They'll allow Haris Rauf to bowl at the back. That is why Shahid Afridi is so important. You lose Shahid Afridi at the top, then they're in trouble, which is what Abhishek has done twice now.
Players to watch out for, one from each team.
For India, I just wish Abhishek Sharma has one more in.
Yes.
He's done a lot in this tournament, but if he gets one more, India win it. And for Pakistan, I think Shaheen Shah Afridi is the key.
Just because I don't have to have a different point of view, right?
Not at all. You can go with the same.
I think there are 2 defining encounters in this game. This is the first one that will set the pace, and the second is how you play the Pakistan spinner in the middle overs, how you play Abrar. If the track starts to slow down, today it didn't, but if the track starts to slow down, if we get the back 10 behaving differently from the first 10, then how they play those middle overs, those are the 2 areas.